Hey everyone, welcome to TEDx Ithaca. I'm Dennis Hurley.
I'm Henry Medina, and we'll be talking about sustainable transport.
Welcome to Phoenix, land of urban sprawl, few zoning laws, water shortages, and little mass transit to speak of. Phoenix covers a large land area, and with 1.4 million people is among the top 10 most populous cities in the United States. However, the city's administrative area is a massive 474 square miles, contributing to a population density of a mere 3,400 per square mile. According to the US and Canada Green City Index, Phoenix ranks 24th out of 27 overall, but many of the positive sustainability aspects of the city are incidental. The city emits 190 tons of CO2 per $1 million of GDP, well below the index average of 290. But this is mainly because the city economy is almost entirely services oriented. Manufacturing is simply too water intensive to be feasible on a large scale in the middle of the desert. Similarly, although 14% of the city area is green space, compared to an average of 12% in the US and Canada Green City Index, the city is so large and so sparsely populated that such a statistic is not a surprise.
Energy use per $1 million of GDP is 23% above the index average in Phoenix due to intense heat, urban sprawl, and extensive use of private transportation. Mass transit is utilized by less than 5% of residents and is readily accessible for only a very small proportion of the population. The city uses 40% more water per capita than average, despite extensive official efforts to reduce consumption, recycle wastewater, and despite the cities being located in the middle of the desert. Contrast the loose, sprawling development of Phoenix with that of San Francisco. San Francisco is the second most densely populated city in the United States and ranks first on the US and Canada Green City Index. CO2 emissions in the city are below average on both a per capita and GDP intensity basis. With 16,600 residents per square mile, the city is known for walkability, accessible mass transit, and general high quality of life.
We must look at San Francisco city planning as a start, not an end. It is a great start and should be looked at as a benchmark for cities to follow, but we must focus on further improvement that will have long-term benefits. This first begins by shifting the world's current addiction to cars and oil. Without this shift in paradigm, humans will continue to feel the effects of increased greenhouse gases, rising global temperatures, and the destruction of more ecosystems. Looking at this drawing, we can see how the picture on the left represents how current-day society thinks in terms of community development. The car is the focal point that developers use when laying out developments. This car allows people to create dispersed communities that are accessible through transportation. We can see how this is detrimental and inefficient to the environment by the way that accessing destinations is not practical by walking or bicycling. We must therefore shift the paradigm to reflect the picture on the right, where everything is based around the human being. This will result in less traffic congestion and lead to easier road travel for more efficient modes of transportation like buses, bicycles, and walking if destinations are closer by. Urban planners have realized that compact villages and a strong civilian presence is the only solution to our traffic problems, and this is rather intuitive. If communities are developed to incentivize citizens to walk rather than drive, roads will not be as jammed, fuel will be conserved, and less gases will be emitted. New disruptive technologies currently exist that may revolutionize sustainable transport and the way urban developers plan out their communities. These innovative projects are currently being tested in small scales in hopes of gaining traction to be implemented at a grand level. Major cities such as Phoenix and San Francisco could adopt these new modes of transportation and greatly decrease emissions. New inventions are plenty, and we can go on, but for the interest of time, we'll look at the concept of personal rapid transit for a moment. This technology has been around for over 50 years. It's taken time to get off the ground due to lack of funding and interest in city planning. However, with increased green awareness, the time seems right for this technology. Imagine this. You could walk to the platform and have a transit car show up within a few seconds. The car would seat about 4 to 6 people and move along a guideway, with their positions aided by embedded magnets or lasers. There would be no traffic lights, no drivers, just a smooth ride with infrequent stops. Personal rapid transit systems have fewer emissions because they simply use less energy. No need to expend energy accelerating or combating wind resistance. The systems could even be entirely solar or wind powered due to their low reliance on energy. This could be a great addition to the world's great cities and would greatly reduce emissions and frustration of public transportation. Can Phoenix look more like San Francisco? Many municipal leaders say it can. The city has instituted a number of initiatives aimed at enhancing sustainability, including LED traffic lights, new light rail line with plans for expansion, tighter efficiency standards for city buildings, and an LEED standard building code.
Other cities around the world have the potential to undergo a similar transformation. However, the implementation of truly sustainable urban development and transportation infrastructure requires not just incremental improvement, but an entire shift in the paradigm of contemporary urban planning. The potential is there. Deliberate action is now required. Thanks for listening to our TED Talk on sustainable transportation and urban development.
We hope you enjoyed our presentation and hope to see you guys around. We'll be touring nationwide around college campuses. Thank you.
Questions. Oh, let's go back to the start.